Kalam. Okay, Professor Dr. Untung Rahardja has come, and we are now continuing our meeting to the next agenda. That is to hear the keynote speech, which will delivered by Professor Dr. Untung Rahardja, MTE MM.
Professor Dr. Insinyur Untung Rahardja, MTIMM, is the head of DPWADI Banten, professor at the University of Rahardja. He is also a senior member of IEE. In 1988, Untung Rahardja earned a BSc from the University of California, Berkeley. Later that year, he also earned a master's and a PhD in management from the College of Economics and Business at the University of Persada, Indonesia. His area of interest for research is blockchain, particularly how it might be used in renewable energy and education. The Indonesian Ministry of Education also awarded 21 world-class professor grant and fund for its alphabet blockchain startup.
The time is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Thank you for inviting me to this wonderful conference, International Conference on Cyber and IT Service Management. I was invited by my good friend, Mr. Dr. Husni. Yeah. I'm here now in Yogyakarta, very beautiful city. And right at the center of the city, I'm staying in this Malioboro hotel. Yeah, like you can see in the background from here. So I'm in front of hundreds of exciting participants in front of me. And also join in this Zoom, we have about how many people? Also a few hundred people, close to 500 people. I would like to express warm welcome to everybody who participated in this exciting international conference. Yeah, and I'm happy to have the opportunity to share with you about what I have been doing and what I know. Earlier, we listened to Professor Wahab's excellent presentation. Yeah, I was very amazed. And I hope to learn more from Professor Wahab. And I also know that Professor Wahab is also an expert in blockchain. So hope from this presentation, I would get some advice and insight from Professor Wahab so that we can work on this particular research into more depth. So I don't know how many people in this room and also in all the participants of CITSM already know about blockchain technology. So you can actually, to make this this presentation more entertaining and more communication, so you can write down in the chat comment below how far you know about blockchain, how interested are you in terms of blockchain, and maybe you have a positive thinking about blockchain, or I'm not surprised if you impression about blockchain, because from the news publicity, not very much something good about blockchain. But as I personally myself that has been working on this particular technology, I realized that there are so many potential in this area of research. Blockchain has been implemented in so many places, so many area of business, but particularly I'm interested in blockchain technology for education, or in short, we call it BTE. So if you look into Google Scholar or Scopus, there are already a few publications. Some are prestigious publication too about blockchain technology for education. So this is what I would like to share with you. My name is Untung Rahardja, and people normally, my friend normally call me UR. You can simply just call me UR also, yeah. And this is actually about 14 slides that I have already prepared, and it's about 35 minutes of presentation. So bear with me. I will try to make this presentation as simple as possible, because I pretty much sure a wide range of audience, starting from the expert one until maybe is something very new about blockchain. So what is the takeaway? Meaning that what do we expect to learn from this presentation? So I was hoping that in this particular area of research, blockchain technology for education, I can entice or invite more people to be interested in this domain. Yes. So only in this society now, only with good collaboration we can make our dreams come true. So I'm expecting that more people will be interested in this blockchain technology for education, and more people will participate. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, this is the rundown of the presentation. First, I probably would like to talk a little bit about myself, how I involved in a few keynote speech, particularly about blockchain, my publication, and also grant, all in related to blockchain, meaning that I am actually having quite a broad, like I'm also interested in researching about renewable energy. Yeah. So I received a few grants on renewable energy. Next, I also interested in artificial intelligence. So I also received a few grants in artificial intelligence. But something interesting that I found out in between is that when we go deeper and deeper into it, everything is kind of connected. So renewable energy is actually connected to artificial intelligence and also very connected to blockchain. So that is what the world it is now. Okay, next we want to talk about the urgency of blockchain. Yeah, why now? Why not later? Why not last time? And so on. Why we have to do it now? And blockchain has been implemented in many areas of our business, of our world. Yeah. So some of the implementation has been deep, has been mature. Yeah. And people already receive their benefit. Yeah. Their significant benefit. But not much on education. So if you are running a dissertation or a thesis, maybe you want to take a master degree or PhD degree and you want to do blockchain for education. Normally, we got challenged or protest from our supervisor, our promoter, yeah, saying that this is not something urgent. Yeah, not many people doing this. Yeah, and due to the lack or the challenges in blockchain, we actually not practical to implement it in education. So I would like to say that many of our technology who is mature now, 10 years ago, it was like that also. Yeah, people complain about it. For example, like camera. last time is actually the simple camera that we are using, yeah, where we press a button. Before that, we fill it up with film. We press button 36 times. After that, we bring it to the shop and try to wash and print. Yeah. But after that comes new technology where you can have digital camera. You use something similar to camera. You press a button and then it was stored in digital form. Later on, we combine that technology into the phone. But during the process, year by year, people complain that they never work. That means we will get some famous people complaining about it and say that this technology will never work. But of course, behind it, there are a lot of good people. That means very persistent people working on it bits by bits until one day. And now the world that we are living, we have a perfect technology of digital camera. It appears on all your handphone, your Samsung phone, yeah, iOS, Android, yeah. We have so beautiful camera, yeah, in such a way that the last time our camera is not usable anymore. So this is what we call disruption of technology. So what I'm saying is that education that we are facing now, like for example, the speech that Mr. Dr. Abbas was saying, that we are facing a lot of challenges in education. Okay, and so lots of demonstration, and then our country is not prospering because of the difficulties in education. When we know that education is having a problem, so we ask how can we solve it, and we have lots of answers for that purpose. Okay, some people say that okay, increase government spending. Some people say that educate the teachers, and so on and so on. But if people ask me how to solve education problems in Indonesia, I would say blockchain for education. So later on, we kind of convinced the urgency of doing blockchain. So if I am doing master degree or dissertation or PhD degree, I would challenge my supervisor that this is something urgent that we have to do it now, yeah, in order to solve our education problem. Okay, later on, I would like to talk about basics of blockchain. Yeah, this kind of like bore some people who is already expert in blockchain, but I know because of the the variety of the audience in this conference, I would like to touch on it. So hopefully I can make it fun to talk about it. And then we touch a little bit about many different kinds of application of blockchains, yeah, particularly in maybe cryptocurrencies, yeah, fintech, and so on. And after that, actually come to the main topic is actually about blockchain for education. I would like to talk small parts of the blockchain for education. Actually, there are lots of variety that blockchain for education can be worked on. And lastly, yeah, after talking about all these things, yeah, I would very much like to know a lot more people and discussion. I'm happy to open special discussion after this speech, yeah, and then we can talk for hours. It's okay, yeah. We can collaborate. So this is a little bit about myself. Yeah, I have been invited to speak in a lot of big conference. Particularly, they like to know what I want to talk about blockchain. Yeah, and I'm always happy to be invited, and I always like to come to talk about what I know, what I have been working on, and I got to meet a lot of new interesting people. Some of them are much more senior than me, meaning that I have to learn from them, yeah. And some of them are just new, and I'm also happy to talk to new people. They will try to climb the ladder slowly, work on more simple things until we can collaborate a lot of things. Particularly, we can collaborate in publication, research and publication. So I've been doing that a lot, yeah. And for that purpose, I also have been receiving quite a number of grants, yeah, and those grants come from the Ministry of Education in Indonesia. Particularly, I would like to emphasize that half of the grant is about blockchain. So I'm happy and proud that if from other countries would like to find out more about research that has been going on about blockchain, they will search by themselves through Google Scholar and Scopus, and they will find us. And after that, we can partner and do research together. Okay. So hang on. Okay, my daughter was calling, so should I answer it? Okay, I just answer it and say because I'm not holding my handphone now. Okay. Hi Jay, how are you? I'm in front of thousands of people presenting about blockchain. So bear with me and I will talk to you again later this afternoon. Okay, bye. Sorry for that interruption. But if I don't take it, she will keep calling. Okay. So other than that, I would like to also mention so that we know that I have published a lot of papers. Some of them I'm happy and honored because it's prestigious, like in Q1, Q2, and so on. Yeah, and that is actually me to get the professorship. Okay, so altogether there are 59 papers that that is in Scopus, yeah, and a few hundred other papers in Google Scholars. Particularly, there are altogether 16 papers about blockchain. I would like to mention a few in this presentation. Yeah, my paper is actually quite simple. Yeah, not too difficult to comprehend. Yeah. So so that's about it. Yeah, I have done postdoctoral research on blockchain with my professor in University of Indonesia, Professor Nizar. Yeah, I got grant for that, so I do the postdoctoral research on blockchain, and actually I kind of like do it again in UTM, University Technology Malaysia, with Professor Asri. Yeah, and it's also about blockchain. So many things that we can do together actually. Yeah, so be motivated. Okay, that's all about publications. And then this one. According to Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So that is what Nelson Mandela said, and I'm sure that everybody in this conference agree about that. At least agree that education is very important to all of us. So when China in the beginning is trying to build their country, they focus on education first. That's the number one. Or for another example, Japan, when it is devastated by World War II because of the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, yeah, the leader of Japan also start from education. Yeah. So this is undoubtedly we agree on each other. Okay. If we look at the world GDP, yeah, how much of the world GDP spent on education? If you look at the number, it is about 10%. It's already very big. But I'm saying that those are the number that is recorded. There's a lot more about education that is going on that is not recorded. And how about a country? How much GDP spend a country on education? Okay. And let's take, for example, our family. How much our family spend on education? Yeah, it's kind of big because our son, our daughter have to go all the way for the education starting from kindergarten, primary, and so on until they are college, and still not enough until master degree and PhD degree. Yeah, some people even educate himself or maybe his wife or his husband to study further. So undoubtedly, education is very important to all of us. But as I said, the next question is how we can improve our education. So our education, for now, we have to agree in Indonesia is still not so good. There are so many challenges for that. Come to a question, how can we solve it? Some people say just increase government spending, but I would say blockchain for education is the key to solve our education. Not just to solve, to make it high quality, yeah, to make it useful. All right, this is the urgency of blockchain that I have already mentioned before, but let me mention a little bit more, because right now, 1 week or 2 weeks from now, yeah, I know very well, because my rector is working on it, that that people are working on big demonstration about something that is going very wrong about education, because they are going to pass new law that is very unfavorable to all of us. Okay, so from Mr. Budi Jatmiko, who is actually my very, very good friend and of APTC, yeah, he has been talking in many conferences and speeches, yeah, that he is stressing the same thing as I do, that we can simply use blockchain for education and many of our problems can be solved. Okay, there are expensive expensive costs that we have to pay in order to work on accreditation. That means if we have a study, a university, you need to be accredited. Yeah, but in Indonesia, those things are so complicated and so costly. Yeah, that actually we can simply solve by blockchain. Yeah, so I have my good friend. Actually, I call him my brother, and we are working together on this very much. And we are talking about big demonstration that is going to come around, yeah, possibly come around. I never know, yeah. And for this moment, I would like to stress that there is an urgency of blockchain, particularly in blockchain for education. A little bit about basic of blockchain. Yeah, I try not to bore everybody. Yeah. Let me start about blockchain. Who is the founder of blockchain? Okay, blockchain has been evolving. Yeah, starting from suddenly it gets booming because of the success of Bitcoin, the success of Bitcoin, and the founder of Bitcoin is actually Satoshi Nakamoto. We normally start from there because before that, even though there is blockchain, but we never know that blockchain is going to be useful, is going to be important until the proof and the success of Bitcoin. Okay, but after the success of Bitcoin and everybody is trying to find out who is Satoshi Nakamoto, nobody knows. It's just an email there. It's just a Facebook. It's just an Instagram. Okay, but the real person, nobody knows. Until now, nobody knows. So we kind of say that blockchain, we have a founder who named himself Satoshi Nakamoto, and he prefer to remain anonymous even until now. Okay, so about blockchain, what kind of knowledge is blockchain? Actually, blockchain is multidiscipline. That means it comes from a few knowledge combined together to become blockchain. I would like to mention one by one briefly. Yeah. So blockchain heavily rely on accounting. Something like a basic accounting is everywhere in blockchain. But we have to know that blockchain, that accounting is very important. It's the foundation of the global finance banking system. Without accounting, ledger, without ledgering, there's no banking system, and we are not living in the world right now. Yeah, so blockchain will work a lot on accounting system. Okay. Blockchain is also cryptography. Yeah. Cryptography meaning that something that appear there, there's a cryptography there, a cryptographic signature that can authenticate the item. Yeah. And it's going to be really, really the only one in the world. Okay. Cryptography is so complicated. It's actually mathematics, yeah, but it's all over blockchain. Yeah. If you want to validate a block, you use cryptography. Okay. And then, of course, computer science. Yeah, we can never do blockchain in the past 10 years because our computational power is not powerful enough to do the blockchain. But now it's so different. Everyone is having something in the hand, yeah, a handphone which is so powerful, or something in your lap, on your lap, yeah, a laptop which is very, very powerful. Because of the advancement of computer science, we now have a blockchain. And then it is everything all about mathematics. All the computational are done using the law of mathematics. Okay, there's a little bit about unboxing blockchain. This one we all know because we keep saying that we are in the revolutionary disruption era of Industrial 4.0. Okay, Industrial 1.0, that was a few hundred years ago. People are experiencing the same thing. Everything is changing so fast. Yeah, it's because of the steam power. And then Industrial 2.0 is because of the electrical energy. Okay, and then Industrial 3.0 is about all the automation. Yeah, computers and electronics. Yeah, computers has already come into surface and it revolutionized us, all of us. And in the Industry 4.0 is everything about web. Everything is all about connected from very far away, globally, meaning that if I do a small WhatsApp, somebody who is a few thousand kilometers away in America will instantly get the message. Or maybe in the North Pole or in the South Pole, they will get the message. Okay. What happens if they don't have Wi-Fi? Okay. So now we are working on, that means iPhone, Apple, Tesla, they are working on, even though you don't have internet, even though you don't have Wi-Fi, you still can connect with each other, yeah, through satellite. Okay. So those in front of all of us that you actually don't need Wi-Fi, you just need satellite. What happens if you're in the room, you cannot see the satellite? There's another different things, okay? So, and then now, what about blockchain? I'm saying, yeah, I believe that blockchain will revolutionize us again to introduce us to Industrial Revolution 5.0. Nowadays, people has been talking about it already. Society 5.0, Industry 5.0, and so on. What are those? If people ask me, I would say it is all about blockchain. It is also all about World Wide Web, but it is a web of value. Yeah, that means we can actually transfer, deliver value, not just information. If Industry 4.0, through our phone, when we deliver message, we are actually delivering information, meaning that if I WhatsApp to you, meaning that I make a copy. I send you a copy. Yeah. If I say, hey, this is a very beautiful picture, and I send it to my friend, yeah, I still have the picture. That means I actually send you a copy. So nowadays, the World Wide Web is all about the web of information. Now we are going to change through blockchain to become web of value. Yeah, meaning like you can send money through the web. Yeah, you can something like gold through the web. Yeah, maybe you are arguing that we can do that now. Yeah, yes, you can do that, but everything is still through the third party, through intermediary. Yeah, here we are saying that you can distribute value anywhere through this web without the involvement of any intermediaries. So we will talk about intermediaries later. Okay, so I keep going on. This is the blockchain social value proposition. What is the meaning of social value proposition? Meaning that they are promising something. Meaning that they are saying that if you deploy a blockchain, if you implement blockchain, you will get those value. Yeah, those are still just promises. That means we are not sure that they can deliver those promises or not. But let's see what are their promises. What are their promises? Okay, so they are talking about trust. Trust or trustless. Yeah. Why we trust something? Because we start from not trusting it. Yeah. Let's say if I want to sell you a car. Okay. Whether I deliver you the car first or you deliver me the money first. I cannot trust you and you cannot trust me. After that, I need to find someone in between that, hey, you become the intermediaries, that I will pass you the money and he will pass the car, and then I can trust you. Complete. Yeah, so it happens everywhere like that. Like the if you want to buy and sell house, it also happen like that. Yeah, and many things in the world. Maybe you don't see it, but it is there. Yeah, if you say that I use my handphone and I transfer money to my friend, is actually there are intermediary there. Yeah, there's a third person there. Yeah, so if you look at the last one here is disintermediation. Yeah. The banking system works as an intermediary, yeah. But blockchain is promising disintermediary. That means blockchain is promising that if I want to send money to you or vice versa, yeah, bank does not need to be in between. That is the promise of blockchain, yeah. But it is still a promise, not there yet, yeah. It is happening in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but we normally don't trust those things because those are very, very risky assets. A lot of people losing money there. So we kind of like thinking bad, negatively thinking about blockchain. Okay, let's talk about immutability. Immutability meaning that what you have committed, you cannot change anymore. Yeah, once you commit, you cannot change anymore. Okay. For example, if I write something that I want to do something, an eraser, and I erase it, and then I rewrote what I want. Yeah, so that is called mutable. But in blockchain, we call it immutable. That means once you're in blockchain, you commit, you cannot change it. You cannot erase it. Okay, that is not happening in modern traditional way of what we are doing. Yeah, if we put something into the computer, we can change it. Okay, let's say if I want to give this student a B, and later on I thought that this student is actually not good enough and need a C, so I just changed that B to C. Okay, those are what the computer now is doing for us nowadays. Yeah, but in blockchain, saying that you cannot do that because blockchain, once you commit, you cannot change it. So you might be asking, what happened if I actually really make mistake? Yeah, that person's supposed to get C, but at that time I was mistaken and I put a B. How can I change it? Isn't it bad for blockchain if it cannot be changed? Yeah. So the answer is, yeah. For example, if you write something and then you are wrong and then you take eraser and erase it. Okay, that's bad. You cannot do it. But you can do this. After you write something and it is wrong, you can coret apa ya? Yeah, cross it. You can cross it and rewrite it. What is the correct one? Yeah, meaning that there is a track. There's a track there. You cannot just erase it until everything disappears. You cannot do that. Yeah, if you are changing it, there is a track record that you change it. Okay, so if I am the teacher and I give somebody a B and then I change it to C, okay, I can do that actually. In blockchain, I also can do that, but people can track your record. That means what you are doing, people know. If you are doing bad things, yeah, people know. Okay, and then some other things, they call it transparency. Transparency means that you cannot cheat and hide your hand behind your back and say that this is not you, that you're doing it. Yeah, so everything is so transparent in blockchain. Yeah, and there's a provenance. Provenance means that everything can be traced. Yeah, so this happened because of this, 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 because of this. From the very beginning, everything is traceable. This is called provenance. Yeah. So when we are talking about blockchain for education, where there is an accreditation and you just keep doing verification, verifying, authenticating, and so on, those things takes time. Yeah, those things are very costly. So with blockchain, those things are automatics. Okay. And then they are talking about self-sovereignty, which I want to talk a little bit about, the self-sovereignty, meaning that something that is in the blockchain, yeah, it belongs to you and that's it. That is belong to you. Nobody can change it. Okay. For example, if I have a certificate and the certificate is under my name, okay, and I thought that this certificate is mine, but this certificate is registered in my university, okay, in my university server. So my university have all the authority to cancel it or to do anything. It's his authority. Even though I have graduated and I already have a certificate, ijazah, yeah, but they still can do that. What does that mean? That means that actually that certificate doesn't belong to you. Yeah, it belongs to the university because he can do anything to you. Yeah, but in the blockchain, once it is passed to you, that means it's yours. Yeah, the university cannot do anything more about it. Yeah, and if you want to deliver to show it to somebody else, it's your power. Yeah, otherwise, if it is recorded in the university server, the university will, without your permission, give it to many people. Maybe give it to the industry, maybe give it to other people that you actually don't want that person to see. Yeah, without your permission. So it's kind of like that things doesn't belong to you anymore. In the blockchain, those things are rightfully yours. Yeah, you have the total power of doing anything you want. Even though another example is like if you have money, that means money in cryptocurrency. That is really everything you want. There is no bank that can intervene you, yeah, take your money away or stop you. Cannot do that. There's no government that can do that. Yeah. So we are talking about you have money that is self-sovereignty. Okay. I probably don't have much time because this already 11 o'clock already. So I kind of like briefly pass through this one. Those are actually recorded in my papers, like the one before. Yeah, I have papers writing about this. Yeah, about social value proposition of blockchain. I also have papers written on blockchain architecture, and I have one interesting paper also about the blockchain manifesto. Yeah, this one I copy the idea from the Agile Manifesto. So you can take a look in Google, type Agile Manifesto. So it's talking a lot about Agile. Yeah, Agile. But I'm looking into this into that perspective. Yeah, and I look into the Blockchain Manifesto, how the blockchain is really, really different from our traditional computing. Yeah, you can look into this paper if you like to. Yeah. Okay, it's published in iCoris. Yeah, it's actually my good friend, Mr. Dr. Husni, organized. Yeah, every year. Okay, so we have to be convinced that blockchain has been used all over the places. Some of them are significant. That means potential has already been implemented and is firm. Yeah. But some of them are still trying in the gray area, particularly about education. They are actually really trying in the gray area. So this is actually what I've been working on during my postdoctoral degree with Professor Nizar, yeah, from University of Indonesia. So the underlying behind it is actually anything about certificate or ijazah, yeah, is easy to falsify and hard to verify. Ya, gampang dijiplak, ya, tapi susah dibuktikannya. Ya, so if you want to copy, ya, jiplak, ya, it takes a few hours, 1 or 2 hours, you can jiplak already. But if you want to verify, ya, 2 weeks is not enough. Yeah, 3 weeks is not enough. Yeah, and it is also very costly. Sometimes it's like it's too expensive to verify. We just take it as it is, or we reassess Okay. For example, if you are applying for a job, okay, and then you present a certificate, an ijazah, yeah, ijazah from University of Rahardja, okay, and the employee, yeah, is doubtful, ragu-ragu, yeah, that is this ijazah asli or not, yeah, genuine or not. So if that employee, if that employer want to verify it, it takes a long time. Yeah, they have to call the university, and then they have to wait for them to access the server, and they have to ask permissions, and they have to pay money, and lots of time. Yeah, just to verify whether it's true or not. Sometimes they do the shortcut. What is their shortcut? Their shortcut is just just accept those things as formality, and they reassess. The meaning of reassess, the means is like test, make a test again, test ulang. Okay, so that is the problem in our traditional world. Yeah, it's all about authentication, authorization, and verification. Yeah, in such a way that there's so many falsification happening. Yeah, like a doctor who is doing a practice which is actually not a good doctor. They falsify their document. Or a lawyer, yeah, they actually not a good lawyer, but they falsify the document. Yeah, many malpractice happening all around us. Yeah, so it actually socio-economic problem. That is what I'm saying about socio-economic problems. So through blockchain, because of the power of authentication, yeah, that you can easily verify yourself, yeah, and you can verify a document in just a few seconds, just through your handphone, yeah, it presents a power to change the world, and particularly to change the education. So I want to talk a little bit more. Maybe I still have another 5 minutes to talk about. Yeah, it's about my involvement in Travis Blockchain. Yeah, Travis Blockchain is actually a UK company. Yeah, where I have been closely working on them, helping them. Yeah, and they actually appoint me as a vice president of research and development for this Travis blockchain. They are trying to make an education system, yeah, using blockchain, yeah, where everything is exciting, just like Facebook, just like Instagram, where a lot of people involved in it. Okay, we have an education system for all ages, meaning that what happens if you're 5 years old, or what happens if you're 80 years old? Everything is all in there doing education, because people are saying, yeah, Chinese proverb is education is for life. Yeah, there's no such thing as after 20 years old your education is finished. After that you don't educate yourself anymore. That's not true. Yeah, you educate yourself starting from the very beginning, 5 years old, until you are 80 years old. As long as you're still breathing, as long as you're still living, you actually need education. Yeah. What happens if a child which is 5 years old actually already complete a PhD degree? Let's say, for example, does it happen in the world? Yes, it happened in the world. Yeah, some we call it very genius. This boy is actually 5 years old, 6 years old, but already complete a PhD degree and things like that. So people are clapping hands because of its genius. But actually, everybody can be a genius. But our society is actually trying to blockage all those things with rules, saying that if you are primary one, you at least has to be 7 years old. If you are secondary one, yeah, SMP class 1, you at least has to be how many years old, and so on and so on. Yeah, but those things are actually changing because of the digital world, because of the disruption era, and so on. But actually, this company is trying to be the agent of change, the enabler to change the education for the whole world. Yeah, become the next Facebook, but for education. Become the next Instagram for education. And I'm happy to be part of it. And needed to mention this in my presentation. So I also have one paper. Yeah, in this conference, yeah, the paper ID is 62, yeah, and my team is going to present this because I already do this keynote speech, so I'm not going to present this paper. Yeah, it's about blockchain application in educational certificates and verification compliant with general data protection regulations. Yeah, so this one I wrote it with my professor in UTM. Yeah, Professor Asri Ngadi. So a little bit before I end, how we can collaborate. Yeah, I actually have a few papers about blockchain for education that is going on. Yeah, and actually we still need a lot of people participating in this project. Yeah, participating in what sense? In all senses. Yeah, including collecting papers. Collecting data. Yeah, including doing simulations. Yeah. And of course, including publication fee and so on, that we need more collaboration so that we can be successful further. And all those things is trying to aim for call for papers in this November. It's about 2 months from now. Yeah, after about CITSM, we hope that we can bring everybody, yeah, to join. Our next conference is ICCIT. Yeah, you can join on the project that I have been working on halfway, or I'm sure that you have many interesting papers that is already ready and you got nowhere to go. I recommend this place because this place is a IEEE conference. That means it's sponsored especially from IEEE. It's a prestigious conference. So how can you get in touch with me further? Yeah, you can email me. You can actually WhatsApp me. I will respond to you for sure. Yeah, email I kind of slow. And then from LinkedIn, you also can connect me. From Twitter, from Instagram. I hope to see you soon, and I hope to become your friend. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Untung Rahardja, MTI, MM. Thank you for your presentation about blockchain technology for education.